I purchased some of the most random Funko Pops, and I am super excited to show you. Now, to let you all know, I went over to GameStop recently, and I picked up a good amount of stuff. A lot of them were pre-orders, and they actually wouldn't have got them in unless I did that, which I thought was super neat. And I'm looking at my pile over here. I honestly don't know what to start with. You know what? Let's do this one, because the movie is coming soon. We have the Mini Puff from Ghostbusters. Something that I just noticed, too, is that they don't actually have the name of the movie on it. So is this for the last movie? Or no, I guess it would be for the new one. It goes along with it. It's just a larger character, so it's not on the back of the box. This one's a really funny one, too, because it's Mini Puffed running on a wheel, and I found out that this one doesn't actually spin, which I think would have been a cool bonus for the character. Especially because this one here was $36, a little more than I had expected. I was thinking somewhere in the 20s, but no, it was a little more than that. Either way, still a really fun figure to have, and I'm glad that I was able to complete my, I guess, this new wave. I don't have all of the Mini Puffs, or maybe I do. I'd have to check. There's a lot of them. I probably skipped one by accident somewhere along the way. Now, next up, let's get into the brand new Pop comics for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line. We have Dark Leonardo. Honestly, one of my favorites from this wave. Or, well, I guess it's not so much of a wave. I'm talking about from this line, because the top two for me, probably in the comics line, at least for the Turtles anyways, is Last Ronin version of Michelangelo, as well as this Dark Leonardo here. They also have the other comics line, which is them and then their chases where they're black and white, but the two of these ones here are really doing it for me. Another thing that I find really cool about this one is the fact that he's jumping. It just adds so much to the character, and I want to take it out of the box now so I can see it a little bit closer up. Yeah, I like that he's got the red all over. I think that's really neat, as well as the shell on the back. Pretty cool too. And of course, all the turtles have the shells, but it's just got so much detail with all of the weapons and throwing stars and claws and katanas. Like, Funko really put everything into this guy. Oh, and if you're wondering about the back of the box, because of course sometimes they put other characters there, it's literally just the logo, not much going on here. Oh, right. Now, this is a bit of a random one, and I kind of pre-ordered it by accident. Let me just show you here. It is the brand new 10-inch Hello Kitty. Now, I'm not upset that I picked this one up. I think it's a pretty fun pop, especially with how big it is, but there was one thing that I was kind of like misled with, if that makes sense. Because for the rest of this wave, they're translucent versions of Hello Kitty, and I thought this was the same. And then when it came in, I realized that it's not translucent, it's just a giant version of one that we got a little while ago, which, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm not complaining about. I still think it's pretty fun. And now, I guess I should have known from the glam shot, because actually, yeah, they're on the back here. I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So these two here, they look a little bit more, I guess, pearlescent would be the best word to describe them. Like, you can tell that they look a little bit different when they're next to each other, but when I was thinking about it in the store and I pre-ordered it originally, I was like, it must also be translucent, but I guess not. But hey, you know what? I'm still happy to have it, and the lines and paint on this one really do look clean. Take a look at that. And I think you guys can tell what I meant when I said super random earlier. A turtle, Mini Puffed, and Hello Kitty. And we're about to get even more random, because I also have Satan from South Park. I know, another odd one, and I actually want to take this out of the box because it feels really heavy in it. I want to find out if it's the character, or if it's just because, you know, the box on the 6-inch ones are a little bit thicker. Alrighty, yeah, no, this is definitely the figure. The body feels like it is completely solid, like it hurts to knock on, you know? But I am feeling the head, and it seems to be a bit thinner than the rest of it. Or not thinner, but it's probably just like hollow on the inside. But yeah, that body is completely solid. Woo! And so anyways, I think a really, really fun pop. But he stands pretty good too. And also, if you're wondering about the rest of the set, actually, they're on the back of the box here so I can show you. They haven't arrived yet. I'm hoping I can get them soon, but for now, this is the only one that had come in. This next one here is pretty funny. It's probably also one of the most random 2-packs they've made in a while, and I understand that this happens in the show. I just totally forgot about it. It is such a funny one. We have Jar Jar Binks versus General Grievous. Funko has been doing a lot of these recently, and there's more of them that I'm going to be picking up too, like the one that comes with, let me think of his name here, Captain Rex. When that one releases, I will 100% be picking it up because both of the characters inside are pretty interesting. And then when it comes to this one here, Jar Jar is completely different from the other ones we've got in the past, but the General Grievous seems pretty similar to that Hot Topic exclusive one that released a little while ago. I do believe, though, the molds or the poses on them are slightly different. It's just because they came out so close together. I think the way that they painted them is the exact same, because the original one is a bit of a lighter color, when this one here, he seems a bit weathered, you know? And if you're wondering what set this goes into, I believe it would just be more of the Clone Wars ones. Yeah, when you take a look on the back here, it's got like Ahsoka, as well as a couple other pretty cool pops. But still, such a fun 2-pack, and I hope that they continue these and we get more random battle scenes like this one here. Oh, and you know what? Keeping it Star Wars themed, we also have this one here from The Mandalorian, and I actually found out that it's an unreleased Funko Pop, and we don't even know where it's exclusive to. I did a bit of research and couldn't find anything. And so if you guys know where it could be going to in the United States, I would love to know. But the one that we have here is the 501st Clone Trooper Phase 2. We got the Phase 1 a little while ago for the Ahsoka show, but for some reason, this one here has not been talked about at all, and I believe it also went to places in Australia. I think Pop Culture might have got this too. If you guys don't know, they're a store in Australia, and they put a lot of their stuff online, so you can order from there for some of the figures. I know Canada, you can ship anything you want to here, but when it comes to the United States, they have to limit a few of their figures. And that totally makes sense because of US retailers getting the exclusivity in that country. But anyways, getting back to this one here, I still don't know where it's exclusive to. And taking a look on the back, it's not even on here because it is one of those exclusive characters, but this is part of the brand new set that released maybe like last month, sometime around then. And so anyways, I think it's really cool that I got this slightly early. And actually, now that I say that, it could be months early. We still don't know. But I have a hunch that because it's shown up in Canada as well as other countries already, it's probably going to be announced soon. Then, everybody, we've got this big boy here. Check it out. It is the Avengers Tower with Iron Man. And now, something that I found out about this figure here is that it's actually made for Age of Ultron. If you take a look on the back, you can see it. There it is. And I guess that's like one of the movies where you see it most prominently, so I guess that makes sense that they did. It's just Age of Ultron was like one of the, actually, I think I've talked about this on the channel before. I believe Age of Ultron was the first Marvel movie I ever saw in theaters, because I can't think of one before that. Maybe there was a Hulk movie, but no, I don't think so. But anyways, it's a really cool figure, and I'm glad that I was able to get it. The only thing that kind of bugs me about this one is the base they put this on, because normally when it comes to a pop town like this, they do the building and the character separate, but for some reason here they have this big white sheet across the bottom to keep the two kind of like connected in a weird way. And no, don't get me wrong, it's still a really fun figure. I just wish that wasn't there because it makes the figure a little bit bulkier when I feel like just having the Avengers Tower by itself would look amazing. And of course having the Iron Man next to it, and he does have that kind of like smoke at the bottom, so he would stand by himself, and I'm not really sure why they did it anyway. But like I said, I still really enjoy this one, and it's a previous exclusive, very similar to the Dark Leonardo that we took a look at a little bit earlier, but with this one here, it's a bit different because it's got the other sticker, which means it's got a limited edition. And for anybody wondering, it is limited to 25,000 pieces, so not super limited, but at least it has a number, so there is a finite amount. And well, anyways, everybody, there we go. That is all of the random Funko Pops that I have for you today, and let me know in the comment section below, what is a random figure that you've picked up recently? I really want to know because there have been a bunch that I've released, but anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow!